You're busy right now.
GG in the tracks.
GG
in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
crazy.
That's a lot of stuff I got to edit out. Welcome back.
Welcome
to Specializing
back.
in Nothing, the podcast where we talk about random things, random thoughts, and yeah, that's what we do out here in these streets,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. I am your host, Omar Reyes.
Other host Carlos Perez, and we
And
are here.
We're gonna get this started.
Talk about some sports.
Yeah.
Foosballs.
Football.
Foosball.
Foosball is an actual sport.
Is it really? No. Do you count
it's
foosball as a sport?
I mean, I'm sure at some point it'll be in the Olympics.
I don't know what Omar did to me, but he did me dirty.
I did
But it's
nothing.
Cool. It's cool. Yours is all perfectly angled, and mine is over here.
Yeah,
sliding.
I had it angled, and you're like, "Nah, I want to move it."
That's crazy, bro.
That's the
That's crazy, bro. It's really how he does me in, bro. It's really how he does me in, bro. He
Yo,
really just
you don't
has
want.
me
You know
all
what?
fucked
I don't
up,
like
bro.
your
It's cool.
attitude. Okay.
It's cool though.
I don't like the way you talk to me.
You know who doesn't like the attitude of the NFL?
I feel like you're gonna tell me.
They are not. They're not feeling this vaccination.
They
know?
aren't.
They don't
They
want to
aren't.
be forced to get the vaccination, but the NFL isn't playing that shit. If you're not vaccinated, don't you dare touch a football field.
Don't
you
you
dare
do it.
look at a football.
Don't you
don't
do
you
it.
dare.
Don't even send a text message to anybody
Yeah, don't
related
even
to
go to a
football.
website that talks about. Don't play fantasy football.
No fantasy
You
football.
can't even play fantasy football if you're not vaccinated.
You can't.
I tried.
You
They
did.
blocked me.
I was able to. He
It's
wasn't.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Speaking of fantasy football, Money League, $50. You down?
Oh, I'm down.
All right,
I'm
cool. I'll
down.
let
That's
Fernando
cool.
know. Shout out
Alright.
Fernando.
Yo, shout out
I don't know
Fernando.
if you watch, but shout out, bro.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out.
mean,
Cool
he'd be kind of
people.
fake if he doesn't watch,
I
right?
mean, I've known a lot of fake people in my life, and well, wrist problem, arthritis.
Yeah.
But
Too much jerking off.
yeah, you know, you got Cole Beasley talking about, back to the point. We got Cole Beasley,
Cool.
who gave a little pushback, but initially
Mhm.
was like, you know what, I kind of want a job, so let me, get back to it.
Yeah.
Apparently Ryan Tannehill, talked about the NFL trying to force them into getting vaccinated. He's not really feeling that, but what are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Say something.
I mean, here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, where do I stand on this? I don't feel that it's right to force anyone to get vaccinated, and especially kind of having your whole job, your livelihood, they're just dangling that in front of them like, hey, if you don't get that vaccine, this thing that you've worked your entire life to do is gone. I do understand in the sense of like there are a lot of players and coaches and staff members that did get vaccinated, and they run the risk of having a game or weeks of the season just lost because somebody did get contacted COVID. Now, the vaccine isn't perfect. You can still contact it even if you're vaccinated. So I wonder how the NFL is going to address that. Like, if everybody on the team is registered as having been vaccinated and someone still contacts COVID, it's not their fault. They did their part. So are they going to still penalize them and not pay them for something that was kind of out of their control? I don't know how
that's where you kind of look stupid, NFL. But I don't know, the NFL hasn't been perfect with a lot of things. You know what I mean? They always, Goodell does the best he can.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like you say, you forcing people to get the vaccine, isn't cool. You shouldn't do that.
It's not moral.
I understand the fact that
It's
you're
immoral.
like, people catch it, and you get,
and it can
to
ruin
shut down the
things because
game.
everything is scheduled so
Yeah,
meticulously.
give them the L, but pay them. You want to give them the L, whatever, because you're trying to rush through the season. You didn't pay like you did last year for the extra days in January, February for the Super Bowl and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not doing that this year. You want to give them the L, sure, whatever. Just pay them, especially if they are vaccinated. It's not their fault they catch it.
It's not their fault.
And they're fucking vaccinated. But NFL players, do your job, be smart. Don't do stupid shit that'll put you at
Don't go
risk
to the
to
club.
get vaccinated.
Just don't go
I mean,
to the
get
club.
vaccinated, to get, catch it.
Don't go out drinking.
Relax, chill, go home. To your
Go
family.
home, go to work.
That's it.
Once you win the Super Bowl, oh shit, you could go party all you want.
There you have it.
Win the Super Bowl, you could party all you want. Or I guess if you get eliminated early, then you can.
You can party early. Or if you don't even make the Super Bowl, then you can party all you want.
Yeah.
If you, as soon as you
don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You could do whatever the fuck you want to do
in life.
Yeah. So smooth.
That was so smooth. They'll never know.
They'll
never know what happened.
Know. They're gonna know.
They're not gonna know. All right, now moving away from COVID, Xavier Howard asks for a trade request
from the Dolphins
to leave the Dolphins, a team that was a surprise to a lot of people last year.
Yes.
Now it's kind of slightly falling apart. You know what I mean? You trade away Van Noy. Now Xavier Howard wants to trade.
And I mean,
what's happening over there in Miami?
I don't know if you read his statement, but basically, he feels undervalued. He signed an extension that he didn't really understand. I think this was back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. He'll put the right thing here. Or he'll be like, he was right, he's the best. And, yeah, basically, since then, he is definitely the best CB that they have on that team. And he's not even the best paid CB on that team. So... Kind of sucks to be in his position, you know, being one of the better players on your team, and you're not even close to being the highest paid on the team. And he has tried multiple times to restructure his deal in a way that's cap friendly and beneficial to him. It's kind of like a win-win situation, but the Dolphins have refused to make any changes and to bend at all. So he's unhappy.
I don't know the story. This is the first time I'm hearing about the story.
Mm-hmm.
A, your fault. You should negotiate better. B, if you're the Dolphins, you got to think future. Tua's deal is up in 2 years. You're gonna have to pay Tua. If Tua is what they want Tua to be, or what the world thought Tua was gonna be before his injury in college, he's gonna want bread.
Mm-hmm.
And not to disrespect Xavier Howard, it's just good quarterbacks are so far and few in between.
Yeah.
If you have one, you have to keep them. And DBs are expendable. You can see great DBs look, not great DBs, like mediocre DBs look great in systems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Malcolm Butler, a huge example,
Oh, yeah.
looked great in the Patriot system, average in Tennessee. So this is something you can work around. You can't work around a bad quarterback or a mediocre quarterback and try to win games unless you're either your defense is elite or you have an elite running back. That's the only way you can make up for a mediocre quarterback and try to win a championship.
Basically, the 2015 Broncos.
2015 Broncos, the Steelers back in the day, the Bears back in the day.
The Patriots, honestly, in the beginning of the dynasty, back in the early 2000s, they were more known for their defense than they were
but I
for
mean,
their
Brady
passing attack.
is the guy that led them down the field and won those games.
He did.
First
He did.
2 Super Bowls.
No. Brady deserves the credit for the wins, but the teams were more known for their defense. I guess.
I mean, you could say it's kind of best of both.
But
they had a good defense, and
they weren't paying Brady because
he was on a rookie deal.
It was a rookie
Exactly.
deal. So.
And then, but even then, Brady was always money conscious. Like, listen, you can take this. I don't give a fuck. Make sure we got the talent on the field that I need to win championships and win games.
Yeah.
Not a lot of quarterbacks are like that.
No.
Quarterbacks want to be paid what they're worth. You
Mm-hmm.
saw that with Aaron Rodgers, that whole debacle,
which we'll talk about.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. And look at what they're paying Patrick Mahomes, man. Look at Lamar Jackson is becoming a whole thing too. What's he gonna get paid? So
I mean, same thing with Dak. Dak
got broken off too. So you need got paid
was
these
going on
guys
for a while, and thankfully he got paid.
Yeah.
And I think Dak deserves it.
And I think I don't know if we talked about it on this show or I was on another one, but I probably got the numbers wrong because it's been a long time. But no team has ever won a championship with their quarterback taking up a certain amount of, I forgot the exact percentage on it. A certain percentage of their cap. Like no team has ever. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? You look at Brady, he's not making what he should be making, but he won a championship with the Bucks.
And the thing is, you could say that about his entire career.
And then Russ and Mahomes, they're all on their rookie deals when they won their championships.
And
so
now they got that bag, and they haven't gotten close. Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is kind of
one away.
Yeah, and
Russ just is unfortunate with the offensive line that he has. And
which looked like it was becoming a problem for Kansas City, but They might have been able to
Definitely
fix
it. They went and got 2 great offensive linemen.
fix it. Yeah.
One of ours.
One of ours. Yeah. Oh,
David Andrews, rest in peace.
all right.
And
yeah. Still love
they
you.
revamped that whole entire O line because
Yeah.
that's literally all they need. Their defense is good enough, and they have to have all the weapons under the fucking sun.
Yeah.
They just needed to fix that one problem they had.
The
Which
thing
was
is,
really
what
due to
happens in a
injury, it
couple
wasn't even due
years
to the
when you
player.
have to extend or introduce a new contract?
That's when this great term that I've learned over this past off season, those avoidable years come into play.
Mm.
You can sign people looking for what Taysom Hill. I forgot his contract. It's like $20 million for 5 years, some crazy shit like that. But they're avoidable years. That's a way for them to play with the money, keep themselves under the cap. But hey, you can get this money, but we can take it from here. We take it from player bonuses and keep moving around so they don't touch the cap.
Yep.
It's these fucking GMs are really smart and they do things that I can never understand or do.
Yeah.
But they can figure out a way to make shit happen.
The two that are most notable to me right now would be Kansas City and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's GM is.
Oh my god, I used to know his name. Oh, he's named after a talk show host. Not talk show host, a sports guy. They have the same name. It's escaping me right now. It's bothering me. I don't want to look it up. Because I know it. You know what I mean? Like when you know something but you don't want to look it up.
Yeah. But I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, but I
you
wouldn't
could
know
search
how
it.
to look it up either. I'd have to look up, football guy.
Football guy that no GM.
Then, I could
just be
also
like-
Google the GM of the Tampa Bay. I'm gonna see the name and I'm gonna fucking be angry.
I want to see this reaction. Wait.
That's not him. Oh, that's the GM. That's not the guy I'm looking for. Yes. Gonna edit all this out because Greenberg. There it is. Greenberg. Greeny. That's
Greeny.
his name. Mike Greenberg.
There
The
you go.
name of Mike Greenberg, the guy who, does the
The sports.
football thing in the morning. Mike Greeny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike Greenberg is apparently a salary cap genius, and has managed to, like they said, re-sign their whole entire Super Bowl roster, and have money left to spend.
To spend.
which is crazy.
It's kind of crazy what he was able to do.
But hey, like I said, these guys are a lot smarter than I'll ever be, and they're making magic happen.
Yeah.
Let's move off of whatever the hell we were talking about there. That took us down that loophole.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. Speaking of money
Yeah,
and quarterbacks
money,
and football,
Aaron
he plays all of those
Rodgers.
things.
He's back.
He is back, but not really back. They have a deal to the end of this year. This is his final run, and then we'll
Yeah,
see what
with Green
happens
Bay,
after
yeah.
that.
I mean, okay. Do you see a potential future where they were able to kind of bury the hatchet on both sides and get to an agreement where he ends up playing the rest of his career in Green Bay? Or do you think it's done after this? He is going to be on another team.
I think it's over. I genuinely do. I think this is the last, and I think Devontae is probably up out of there too. The moment
Mhm.
A-Rod is gone, and then my whole thing is you don't trade up for a quarterback if you're not willing to take, like, you're not willing to use him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I feel like if Aaron Rodgers doesn't see the change that he wanted to see, the things he was trying to fight for, which is the whole reason that he took the stand, was how they treated former Packers players and the upcoming Packers players that they have. So we'll see what happens with that. I doubt anything's going to change. It's hard,
Probably not.
especially when it comes to millionaires. They made all this money doing what they do. Why should they change it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I genuinely don't see him in a Packers uniform after the season's over, and I really hope he gets a chip. It really just shows like this is how great y'all could have been.
Oh, like with the new team?
No, with this team, like take him to the chip, win it, and then like, all right, boom, yeah, never gonna get one again.
Deuces, yeah.
See if Jordan Love can do this.
Oh, that would be so great.
Because like Loke, I was talking to a friend of mine about this. Like, he would be up there, even more so than Kobe, because Kobe was playing with a coach that genuinely didn't like him.
Mhm.
Phil Jackson talked about it in his book. Did not like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
But he was able to overcome all that adversity.
Adversary?
Whew.
Adversity.
English is tough. Overcome all that adversity and win championships. If Aaron Rodgers could do this, he'd be in that same breath because he's with a whole, not even a coach, just a whole staff that has not put him in the best situation to win games and constantly done shit to piss him off. We took this whole season. When the Bears took a quarterback, a guy that they just signed, they called Andy Dalton. Listen, we're gonna take a quarterback in the first round. Just letting you know.
Yep.
Hasn't even been there a month yet, but got the courtesy of that call. They trade up to take a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers doesn't get that call.
And not only that, like same thing happened. The people I guess just didn't know this, but the Buccaneers took
When they
a
took their
quarterback in the first
it's like,
round,
they
and they let
told Brady.
Brody.
They said, listen,
they,
hey,
they
you know,
let
just so
Brady
you
know. Yeah,
we're taking a quarterback. Cool.
just letting you know.
But Aaron Rodgers didn't get that respect.
No.
And personnel changes. He should. You know, Brady dealt with that in New England.
Yeah.
But it's like you should have the ability to pick and choose who you want and say, hey, get me that guy.
Yeah.
I'm the star of this show. I'm the best quarterback in the league. I want him.
I'm
Get
your
me him.
best player. Period.
Yeah, fuck best player. I'm the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Hands down. I don't give a fuck. Brady is the greatest, but Aaron Rodgers is the best. We've had this conversation before.
And
Greatest
Aaron Rodgers
best.
won the golf tournament too.
And he was the reigning MVP.
And he is the reigning MVP.
And despite Tom Brady doing his best in the NFC Championship game to have Aaron Rodgers win that game, he did everything.
The Tampa
he
Bay
could. All the
defense was
picks,
not letting it
Tampa Bay
happen.
was like, "Nah, Tom, I don't know
The
what you're trying
Tampa
to do
Bay
here, bro."
defense was like, "Tom, what you
But
doing?
Stop it."
It's actually crazy. Like I was thinking about that game the other day, and I'm like, it's crazy how Green Bay managed to lose that game.
That defense is
Like-
crazy. That front
Like,
seven
all right,
is-
the first half Brady just went off, but
and second
coming
half,
out of that tunnel for the
look,
second
just
half,
throwing it to every DB in Green Bay. Like, yo, you want it? Got it. No, the pick by Aaron Rodgers was holding, blatant hold. They
Mhm.
pulled him down and he got picked off. There was no flag called. That was just
that's
bad.
just how it is.
Which led to
sometimes.
that touchdown, which once again defensively, you know, King should have been back. I don't know why you're playing press inside of like 20 yards or 10 yards, wherever they were, and that's how you got beat over the top. That was just
Mhm.
stupid.
Yeah.
But all started with the ref not making the correct call, and then the 3 picks, and then they're missing David Bakhtiari. They didn't have him,
And you're down
and
8.
you're going against that front seven.
You're down 8, and you
Beast.
elect to kick it instead of
I
giving the MVP of the league another chance. And I get it.
I
because
mean,
at a
either
certain
way,
point-
it's the same. It's the same number. You know what I mean? You get 3, or if you go for it, you tie it. You know what I mean? Like you still need one more to win, I guess, in a sense.
yeah, but at least you
So,
tie it.
You don't know if you're not guaranteed to get that 2-point.
You're
conversion.
definitely not
You know what I
guaranteed
mean?
to get that 2 points.
So it's like, why not take the guaranteed 3 points, and then we try to get the ball? I understood that, because that's all time off the clock. You know what I mean? You're wasting time off the clock. Whereas it's a dead ball, kick it, and we get the kickoff. Hopefully we can get a stop, which they didn't, and then ultimately they lost. That's for one game.
Yeah.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
Yeah.
What ifs are always going to be told in every sports story ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, the
What
decision makes
if
sense, but it doesn't make sense.
David Tyree was dead?
That was a little extreme. I think it's what if that offensive line would have did their job against that Giants defense.
And the crazy
Brady
thing is, they had him too. They were so close
Oh,
to
they also
sacking
had
him,
him?
and that man
just threw it.
just
Hail Mary play.
closed his eyes, threw it, and
They
it
went
hit
and made
where
the
it
catch.
needed to go.
The rest is history. What if Wes Walker doesn't drop that football? You know what I mean? But Wes dropped it because he's stupid.
Damn it.
You know what I mean? What if Patrick Chung was doing his job and, back playing the safety position where he's supposed to be and not getting beat over the top? There's a lot of things that could happen. They didn't happen. You know what I mean? That's life. That's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? We also got the tuck rule, What if that wasn't a thing? The nuts
I don't
a
know what you're
fumble and the
talking about.
Patriots lose. Goes like that and everything, man. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers is in a Packers uniform next year. Where he goes, that's going to be a fun little thing all 2022. Where does he
That's
go?
good. The entirety after the Super Bowl, that's gonna be the biggest
All
story.
it's going to be talking about is
Everybody's gonna be
Where's
talking
he
about
gonna
up until
go?
like June maybe. Beginning of June is probably when he actually gets traded,
yeah,
and it'll be fun to see.
it will be.
So, yeah,
So let's get off
Next
of the
topic.
Rodgers. I don't want to talk about him. Nobody
yeah,
cares about
he's not.
him.
that
Deshaun
important.
Watson.
Deshaun Watson
Still dealing with his, sexual assault allegations,
Mhm.
and their investigation is still pending, and we'll see what happens. But he's not on any exempt list yet.
Not yet.
Hasn't been suspended. None of that's happened.
Not yet.
So, still also wants to get traded. Came in and said, listen, I know I might have did some stuff. We don't know. We'll find out. But I want to get the fuck off this team. Get me up out of here.
And the Texans are like, you know what?
Bet.
We we know about the allegations. Fine. If there's a team out there that actually wants you, they're asking for a lot though.
I
for
mean,
Deshaun.
he's a once-in-a-generation quarterback.
Yeah. I
With-
forgot what I think they're
despite
asking
all
for
the-
like 2 high draft picks and then another 2 future
As
like
you should be.
second or third rounders.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, as you should be.
Yeah,
You should be asking for all of these picks. But where do you think he goes?
If he gets traded, let me see these teams again.
No, just scrolling down.
Yeah,
I
I could see him going to the Giants.
I mean, they still got Sam Darnold.
And
I think
Sam
they're
Darnold.
not
They
Sam
have,
Darnold, the other one, Danny Dimes. Ooh,
yeah.
my bad. Both New York.
But I mean, if I feel like he's on a very short and tight leash, if he doesn't perform the way he should perform, especially with the talent that he now has on the offensive end of the ball, then yeah, they would probably move to like make some sort of deal and get Deshaun Watson in there.
Yeah, but I don't think that happens this year though.
Oh, not this year.
You know
No.
what I'm saying? So
Not the Bengals. Not the Bears, not the Browns, not the Panthers.
No boys.
Broncos.
Broncos
Broncos is a good would be a good destination for him.
The
I
Leones.
guess-
I mean, they got this guy's huge contract. Nobody's taking that right
Yeah,
now.
no, they want to take that.
The
Colts.
Texans.
Did the
could
Colts
be
get anybody?
Did the Colts get anybody?
Oh yeah, I forgot who they got. Okay, not the Rams. Not the Jaguars.
Rams are
Vikings.
set this year.
Did they
Vikings,
extend Cousins?
I don't know, but Cousins is still there.
He is still there. That would be a
Kansas City might be in the market for a new quarterback.
Saints should be in the market.
I mean,
Raiders.
They got my guy over there.
I-
They got a guy crab legs.
Oh, yeah. Winston.
Yep, Jameis
Oh,
Winston.
Jameis,
They got
famous
him over there.
Jameis. Famous Jameis.
Uh,
I really like Jameis Winston. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, he's a good quote. 30
You know?
for 30.
30 for 30, bro. That's what I'm
Legend.
saying.
The Eagles got Jalen Hurts. We'll see what he does. Bama quarterback.
Dolphins, I
Dolphins got
feel
the
like
other
not
damn
this year. Same
quarterback.
thing with like the Giants, not this year.
Chargers got
49ers, no. Patriots, no. We got the future in mac and cheese.
Sacks.
Seattle, no.
hell
Jets,
no.
no.
Bucks, no.
no.
Football
Steelers, maybe.
team, possibly. They don't have a quarterback technically right now.
Who?
Washington football team.
Yeah, they have
I
the
said football
beard.
team. You said who? That's funny. You know what I was talking about. But they don't have a quarterback. But
Yeah,
they have
they have
Heineke.
Ryan Tannehill, right? No, not Ryan Tannehill. The beard. Ryan
They got
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick. I mean, Heineke,
Heineke
was
did
the
his
person who
thing
came the
too.
closest to knocking Tom Brady out of the playoffs. So we'll see. But they technically don't have a quarterback. Steelers, they have Big Ben, but did you know? Hold on, we're both fans of the Pat McAfee show.
Yes.
If you're not a fan, you should watch
should
it.
definitely
as well
watch
as after watching our videos, go watch Pat McAfee. He's great. The
And
whole
then-
bopping baloney, which is a whole story.
Mhm, yeah.
Apparently, Ben found himself or whatever and stopped bopping his beef, and then it was supposed to result into, results on the field, which it really did. The arm looked dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Maybe
feel
due
like
to
he had
lack
more
of
strength.
stimulation,
You know.
but who knows? Apparently, all of that was a lie. It was just stuff that was leaked out and wasn't true.
Yep.
What the fuck?
There's a lot going on in the Steelers camp in regards to Ben. There was also the whole diet fiasco.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's
But,
like also, who do you have in your camp that's leaking all this shit?
I don't know, bro.
Because apparently his camp is himself, his wife, and like his.
Maybe his
personal
wife
trainer.
was like, "I don't want you bopping your baloney anymore," so I'm gonna tell the
I mean,
world.
maybe
to stop.
maybe
So maybe that'll put some pressure on him to stop bopping his baloney. But he kept on bopping his baloney.
Pittsburgh also has
Dewey
as a backup.
Haskins. Dwayne Haskins.
Yep, Dwayne Haskins.
And Tennessee has Tannehill right now. They also got Julio, which is gonna be fun to watch.
That's
Julio
gonna be
and AJ
fun
side
to
by side.
watch. Julio
It's
on
gonna be
one side, AJ on the
It's gonna
other,
be lit.
and then you could just have the king run it down the middle.
King Henry. It's gonna be fun to watch teams try to stop that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a way. to
There's a
stop
couple
it.
of teams out there that might be interested this year.
I mean,
Most teams.
who did we say?
Go back
I
up.
guess the Jets, the Giants, because you got Darnold and you got Danny.
No,
so
they
who
don't have
knows?
Darnold. They have
They just
Zach
have
Wilson
Darnold.
now.
Oh, that's right. They have Zach Wilson. That's right. So
Darnold
they're
is
not
on
even in it.
the Panthers.
Totally forgot about Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach Wilson. So I mean, the Giants. That's really it. From what
I
teams we
could
named here.
only think of like the Giants.
And I doubt the Giants do it. The Raiders.
The Raiders,
done with
the
Derek
Saints.
Carr.
I would say.
I think
if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for this year. Like I think
For
they're
this
giving
year,
him
I
the
think
year.
only the Giants, and that would be like a mid-season trade.
I think. Yeah, I don't know who really wants him. To
I
be
don't
honest.
see anybody else.
Everybody's either has a young gun coming up, or has a future quarterback already, or has an old vet. So I don't know. I don't know who goes.
I never thought about it, but like the quarterbacks this year seem. It seems like every team has.
Yeah, once all the quarterbacks got traded and everything kind of settled, and now there's like the worst.
The
time to be
Broncos.
Texans.
The Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos.
The
yeah.
Broncos should definitely move on that if they could do it.
Get rid of Drew Lock.
Yeah.
I remember one guy told me he was the future of the NFL. That guy will remain nameless.
I remember.
Didn't want to take that bet either.
He didn't.
Cause he know. He down in his heart. He know. He know
But
what he
yeah.
was saying was stupidity coming out of his goddamn mouth.
So, kind of wrapping up
Man is
this
dumb. Do you have anything else to talk about for